Your mother is in you and you in her. She bore you, she gives you life. It was she who gave to you your body, and to her shall you one day give it back again. Happy are you when you come to know her and her kingdom, if you receive your mother's angels, and if you do her laws. I tell you truly, he who does all these things shall never see disease, for the power of our mother is above all, and it destroys Satan and his kingdom and has rule over your bodies and all living things. What's really interesting is there's a great text which we could also read later on, maybe probably next year when we actually get round to finishing this one, but there's a great book called A Course in Miracles. And what that basically teaches is that the body is so powerful. The body and everything we're made up of is made of the Divine Mother, the Divine Father. It's made of the divine, it's made of light. And the body always heals. It always heals itself. What happens is when we cause blockages, when we cause negative energy to stop and block the healing, then that's when disease can manifest, negative energy can manifest. This is when it says Satan can enter the body and all that kind of stuff, is when we stop and block the natural healing from taking place. So when we get rid of these blocks, when we get rid of the trapped energy, and when we bring in more of the light and more of the divine, all that happens is naturally we heal, naturally we shall never see disease, because the body naturally is always working to keep us healthy, and our true natural state is prime health. So if we get out of our own way, if you will, then our body would always restore itself to divine health, because that's a living code and blueprint we have within. We block it through certain food, through chemicals, through thoughts, through negative energy and traumas and things like that. Shelley says, it's the earth, it's nature, 1,000%. This is the mother that Jesus is talking about. Victoria says, I agree with this, and I believe churches was for sound healing and church bells was for healing. 1,000%. And churches, they've got stained glass windows with all of these colours for colour therapy, and they're often built on ley lines and things like that. So the Essenes, they were so much more connected. Merlin Pixie as well, Earth Mama. The Essenes were like nature, they were fully aware of the divinity in nature, and how Mother Earth, the Divine Mother, is alive and living. And I love parts of this book in the way that it describes the divinity and the life that existed in all nature. Um, yeah, Shelley was saying it's so easy to resist the body's desire to heal, because sometimes it can be things, unconscious beliefs we don't even realize are going on, like not feeling worthy of being healthy, not feeling worthy of being abundant, feeling like you deserve to be punished for something that happened in a past life, that you don't even realize, that you feel some kind of a soul level of needing to make up for. That there's so many things when you start diving into it. This is one of the things I'm studying, because I'm being trained up. I'm trained up in past life regression, and I'm also being trained up in something called MIT, which is medical intuition technique. And you basically diving deep into inner child and past lives and doing so much healing. But the stuff that can be affecting your life now, it opens the mind in the possibilities of, wow, I can't even believe that that kind of stuff can still be affecting us in today's world and in this life. And when you heal it, when you see the patterns and loops, you look at your own life and you go, oh my gosh, I can see all of these things that have happened. It's exact same patterns, just different people keep playing out until you're able to ascend out of those loops and cycles. So Jesus says, the blood which runs in us is born of the blood of our earthly mother. Her blood falls from the clouds, leaps from the womb of the earth, babbles in the brooks of the mountains, flows wide in the rivers of the plains, sleeps in the lakes, rages mightily in the tempestuous seas. The air which we breathe is born of the breath of our earthly mother. Her breath is azure in the heights of the heavens, sows in the tops of the mountains, whispers the leaves of the forest, billows over the cornfields, slumbers in the deep valleys, burns hot in the desert. The hardness of our bones is born of the bones of our earthly mother, of the rocks and of the stones. They stand naked to the heavens on the tops of mountains and are as giants that lie sleeping on the sides of the mountains, as idols set in the desert and are hidden in the deepness of the earth. The tenderness of our flesh is born of the flesh of the earthly mother, whose flesh waxes yellow and red in the fruits of the trees and nurtures us in the furrows of the fields. Our bowels are born of the bowels of our earthly mother and are hid from our eyes like the invisible depths of the earth. The light of our eyes, the hearing of our ears, both are born from the colours and the sounds of our earthly mother, which enclose us about as the waves of the sea, a fish, as the eddying air, a bird. I tell you, in very truth, man is the son of the earthly mother, and from her did the Son of Man receive his whole body. Even as the body of the newborn babe is born of the womb of his mother, I tell you truly that you are one with the earthly mother. She is in you, and you are in her. Of her were you born, and her do you live, and to her you shall return again. Keep therefore her laws. For none can live long, neither be happy, but he who honours his earthly mother and does her laws. For your breath is her breath, your blood is her blood, your bone is her bone, your flesh is her flesh, your bowels are her bowels, your eyes and your ears are her eyes and her ears. I tell you truly, should you fail to keep but one only of all of these laws, should you harm but one only of all your body's members, you shall be utterly lost in your grievous sickness, and there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I tell you, unless you follow the laws of your mother, you can in no wise escape death. And he who clings to the laws of his mother, to him shall his mother cling also. She shall heal all his plagues, and he shall never become sick. She gives him long life and protects him from all afflictions, from fire, from water, from the bite of venomous serpents. For your mother bore you and keeps life within you. She has given you her body, and none but she heals you. Happy is he who loves his mother and lies quietly in her bosom, for your mother loves you even when you turn away from her. And how much more shall she love you if you turn to her again? I tell you truly, very great is her love, greater than the greatest of mountains, deeper than the deepest seas. And those who love their mother, she never deserts them. As the hen protects her chickens, as the lioness her cubs, and the mother her newborn babe, so does the earthly mother protect the Son of Man from all danger and from all evils. Now, connecting to the Divine Mother is connecting to nature, it's grounding. How does grounding protect you from disease, from negative energy, from negative spells? And it's also about connecting, obviously, being aware that there's life in this whole matrix and that we are inside the womb of the mother, basically. This matrix or this reality, it is inside the mother. And so we can never be truly disconnected from our divine mother. We're literally made up of our divine mother. So that connection's always there. We just forget it or we block it. So obviously when you ground, when you're connecting to nature, that's cleansing and cleaning your energy. That's grounding any free radicals in your field that need to be balanced out. And when you ground yourself, there's so many healing benefits on a scientific level. And also just on an energetic level, it can really reset your energy and pull out any negativity and curses and trapped energy, which allows then for more of a free flowing, lightful energy. And when energy is moving, it's working well. It's the systems are working well. When energy gets stuck and stagnated, that's when it starts to crystallize and manifest into form, into things like cancers or tumors or disease or illness or stress or tension. This is energy that's stuck and trapped and not been processed properly. And so the more we can connect to nature, the better, really. So this is why it's saying It'll protect you from all things like disease and stuff, but also having that divine connection with the divine feminine will help you with, say, your intuition. So when it says from like the bites of venomous serpents, you'll have this intuitive, you'll just be naturally guided to be in the right place at the right time and to not get into any situations that will cause you harm.